The Great Cupcake Boing-a-thon. Oliver and Daisy stood on their very best tiptoes in the kitchen. Today was a big, secret day because it was Mom's birthday. "We need to make the fluffiest cake in the whole world," Oliver whispered. He pulled out a giant silver bowl. Daisy grabbed a wooden spoon and did a little dance. "I'll be the master mixer," she shouted. Daisy reached deep into the pantry to find the flour. She pulled out a bag that was extra sparkly with a picture of a hopping kangaroo on the front. "Look, Oliver, magic jumping flour," she chirped. Oliver's eyes went wide. That sounds perfect for a bouncy, fluffy cake. He poured the flour into the bowl, and a cloud of glittery dust went poof all over their noses. They added yellow eggs, cold milk, and a big sticky glob of honey, but when Oliver started to stir, the bowl began to wiggle, wiggle, waggle, wobble. "The batter is ticklish," Daisy giggled. She reached out to poke the mixture, and it gave a tiny boing against her finger. Oliver had to use both hands just to keep the bowl from hopping off the counter. They scooped the wiggly batter into a cupcake tin. "Into the oven you go," Oliver said, sliding the tray inside. But the oven didn't stay quiet for long. Thump, thump, thump. It sounded like a dozen tiny frogs were having a trampoline party. Daisy pressed her nose against the glass oven door. "I think they're getting ready to jump," she cried. Ding! The timer went off, and the oven door swung open. Suddenly, pop, pop, pop! Instead of sitting still, the cupcakes launched themselves into the air like little brown rockets. "Catch them!" Oliver yelled, reaching up high. One cupcake bounced right off his nose and zoomed toward the ceiling fan. Daisy squealed with laughter as the kitchen filled with flying treats. The kitchen became a bouncy cupcake jungle. The treats zoomed past the toaster and ricocheted off the fridge. Boing-a-loing! Oliver tried to grab a runaway cupcake, but he slipped on a patch of flour and went sliding across the floor on his tummy. "They're too fast for us," he laughed, watching a cupcake bounce off the top of his head. Daisy had a very silly idea. She grabbed a bowl of bright pink sprinkles. "If we can't catch them, we'll decorate them in the air." She threw a giant handful of sprinkles into the sky. As the cupcake zoomed through the air, the sprinkles stuck to them like magic. It looked like a pink, sugary meteor shower right in the middle of their kitchen. Just then, their mom, Esme, walked into the kitchen. She stopped right at the door, her jaw dropping. A blue frosted cupcake bounced off the wall, hit her shoulder, and landed perfectly in her hand. Squeak! Esme looked at the flour in Daisy's hair and the sprinkles on her nose. "Is it raining dessert today?" she asked, totally surprised. "Surprise! Happy birthday, Mom!" Oliver shouted. He tried to hand her a plate, but the cupcake on it did a backflip and landed right on top of Esme's head. It sat there like a little round brown hat. They all burst into giant giggles. The kitchen was a total mess, but it was the most fun birthday surprise ever. They finally sat down at the table to eat. To catch a cupcake, you had to be very, very quick. Esme took a big bite and felt a tiny boing in her tummy. "This is the best cake ever," she said. Oliver and Daisy hugged her tight, while 3 leftover cupcakes continued to bounce softly around the room like little birthday balloons.